punished by all the crowd control.
Alright,
and
Toto dapat
damage
buat
that
perlawanan
Onic
kedua.
has. It's match point for the
Tim
Indonesian
Liquid
champions.
daripada
Will they be the
Filipina
first team to
menentang
go to the
Onic
knockout
daripada
stage
Indonesia sama kita
after
saksikan
next
perlawanan
year?
kedua.
Or
Adakah
will
Onic
Team
akan
Liquid force a
menundukkan
game
Tim
number
Liquid
3?
ataupun
It's a give and take,
ini akan
really.
jadi
If
mata
Liquid
penyemaran
tone down the
untuk
aggression,
Tim
they
Liquid
lose
sama
out in the
kita
early
saksikan
game. And I don't think you want to give this composition
SRG dah main ke? Dah
Onic
push dah pun
the
videonya.
early game.
Kamal dulu.
At this point, it comes down to just both teams playing towards their strengths. See who's better. It's mano a mano as we get ready to jump into the Lanadon one more time for the people back at home. Are you part of the cavalry or are you part of the Sonics? Leave your votes in the live chat below. TL win or Onic win as we dive into the Lanadon with Natan flying over.
This is literally them playing to their strengths, banking on their comfort picks as well. But apparently it's an XP Hilda and they roam our lot for Onic ID. So it seems like the aggression nonetheless doesn't change. It just has a little bit more of the element of crowd control too, and surprise in the mid lane, which I feel like you'd have to be careful of if you're Sanji. I mean, he does have the Purify, that's one, but you don't want to have to use it every now and then because of the final slashes and because of the knockups from Sans.
Good take by Severo there. Master Assassin for both the gold laners. Pull yourself together again back to back for Sans in the mid lane. Everything else does seem quite normal. Nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah. I guess what's interesting to me is the fact that we are getting a Hilda XP instead of the Hilda Roam with the Arlet in Roam. Because with the Fredgen, you usually want more damage on the Arlet. I'm not too big of a fan of this. Carl doing a good job at zoning Severo. Down below, it's also not the best of matchups for Tlph.
Yeah. They just also probably want to have easier access to the way it can disrupt or disturb Sanji in terms of positioning and whatever he wants to do, but I must say, in terms of the gold lane and EXP lane matchup, they're still managing things pretty well. Not until Onic ID decides to rotate down bottom. Sanford already pretty low, but Sanji and JP are here to provide some support.
Late game macam Liquid.
Sans and Tlph, or Kyrie rather, will be
Itu je
there
aku
too,
dapat
so
terangkan.
they won't be converting anything into a kill just yet, but I
Kalau
take
game ni
it back.
22 minit ke
Sanford will be
atas,
first blood.
chances Liquid ni besar
Sans waited there.
untuk menang. Sebab dia dapat kan
Set up a
boleh
tent.
Kyrie.
Just waited there, got the kill. Now has birth the
Orang
ocean.
dah.
It's an invade onto the Lancelot. This should be a free turtle. Yeah, retro use for Carl.
Free turtle untuk Kyrie.
A lot of pressure coming
Di
in
pressure
from
nampaknya
Onic
Carl
ID
TZ.
from EXP lane all the way to Carl TZ and his purple buff. Keyboy just
Mana
keeps
slash,
going
JP.
at it. Uses the final slash onto JP.
Dari tumbangkan.
Of the ocean. Tlph gets the last
Baik
hit
tu.
too, and
And they take orange.
Right, macam Onic sekarang ni guys
This is really good by Onic. So this is like a Sans, Breath of the Ocean.
Oh, Sanford
Sanford
might
flicker.
fall once more, but fortunately has the flicker. Kyrie there to energy eruption, but there's the purify from Sanji to get out of that. Insane control from Onic ID. Pressure too, you could definitely
ini kan
see
dia
that
ambil
Carl
hero
TZ
sisi-sisinya ni
not having
kena
the
combo
best time
3
of his life.
1 stun 2 stun 3 stun guys, meninggal gila ni kalau kena memang snowball. Personally kau harapkan Onic menang kan? Personally iya Mam Onic je iya tu. Sun kembali dengan dirinya.
Here now, the Fredgen is strong, yes, but you're not a solo hero anymore. You can't just invade alone. You need a team to surround you, and that's why Onic here have just rotated together with the Fredgen constantly and have just punished Liquid when they were caught lacking.
I mean, look at Kyrie on the Fredrin 2 levels ahead of Carl.
This is not, yeah, like Fredgen lands, that's not how the matchup is supposed to go.
This is something. Onic ID have seemed to go into this match with a clear picture and idea of how they're going to deal with Team Liquid. I mean, that confident pickup on the Kadita in the first phase of the draft, that to me already seemed like something from Onic and Tunisia, and now they're showing us how it's done. Not even Sanford gets to go out of his lane first or as much. And even if he does, like, he'll be just there to provide additional support to his teammates, to Tlph, who's clearly being disturbed most of the time whenever he tries to attempt to go
lord.
for
Tlph
his
pakai
jungle,
retreat.
and Kyrie denies him of this one. Look at that two-man knock-up with the Red Ocean.
all in
Final
kau
cycle
punya.
to it.
Sap.
Sanji, he couldn't even use the
Kyrie
Feather
down.
strike.
Blazing duet. Tlph down.
And the breath
Wah,
of the
baik
ocean.
team fight doang.
Onic ID.
Keren.
They've lost their utility jungler. Keyboy jumps
Keyboy
in,
masuk.
able to get
Kena
it.
pula
That's
Purify
the
digunakan oleh Oheb.
Charging in and Oheb is forced back as Onic go for the turtle. Even without Kai, Team Liquid were baited in to a taunting Onic. Like, dude, Kai basically taunted them by jumping in and securing orange buff. That forced them to go in. TL were like, we're not having that. We're going to kill you. But Onic just turned it around saying, sure, you can kill us, but you will be punished. Everyone corralled in, and it was beautiful because, one, oh wait, there's a battle there. Live cam view. All right, Keyboy,
Sun's down.
Wait, Tlph, can he get out of this? He might actually do BMI out for Savero. So Team Liquid do find some kills to catch up.
Keras juga draft
But yeah,
Tlph.
going
Iya.
back, that was still a very commendable decision from Onic ID. I mean, Kyrie just stood there. You would think he would want to reserve that retribution, but maybe not. He's already way up ahead anyway, and him getting or being able to take that away from
get
Tlph, it just slows down Team Liquid a lot more, because even to this point, he's still way behind Kyrie. All members of Team Liquid are actually significantly behind Onic ID, but the good thing for Team Liquid, I feel, is at least they're able to hold onto their objectives, onto their turrets. They're not letting Onic ID get any of these just yet, but that might be what they could work on next, because Onic ID at this point, now that they're ahead, they can feel a lot more confident to just group up together and find something.
And again, to go back to the point of the replay, when Onic are fighting in that clumped up spot, you know, like a small choke points, it becomes incredibly hard for Liquid because they're gonna get CC'd constantly by Kai, by Sans. Keyboy gets unlimited dashes, and their AoE is ridiculous with Savero. Again, the Arlo with the final slat, it's just too much AoE. You have to try to fight Onic in a big spot on the map. You don't want to be in those clinch points.
He
Pushing on the Hilda.
Hey,
There you go, a free turret down below for Onic ID.
that kind
Tunggu
of
je
reminds
Sanford
me of
JP
the-
league nanti cabah
This
tu
is
ya.
kind of like how he does or plays the Hilda, but yeah.
Masalahnya kalau di drag ke lead lah. Kalau dapat lah. Kalau tak dapat guys,
When things get too messy, it's almost a guaranteed way for Onic ID to get the pick off.
Selesa
They can
Onic
just layer their
draft
crowd
ni.
controls after one another. Sanji already uses the wings by wings, and they can only do so much. Get some information. Every now and then, they can't really confidently go in for the contest as of this moment.
Nope. I think the one thing we can talk about Liquid is the fact that they have really good clear. Lancelot, Farsa, and Moscow. So they have a plan B here. If Onic ID get a crazy lead, Onic will still have to team fight their way into a victory. Like, there's no way they can just purely siege with this kind
Kaido
of
Ami
position.
makan budu ke apa lain macam Anthem. Iya dok. Hey, what's up
But
guys?
there's a split somehow. Sanford gets to walk away, but
Yep.
Onic ID, they seem to fear no one. Even Sanford looks or can be a target for Onic ID at this point. Even if you look at the items that Savero currently has,
Oi,
just
Hilda beli
needs
heptasis gila.
one more item to complete that Trinity build. And you could already expect the damage, his potential to shred down even the tankiest members of Team Liquid. To think that we already saw the Blazing Duet too once in this game, I believe, and it
Apa kena
was
hempuk mana
already
ni?
dealing a decent amount of
Yang lembut-lembut
damage.
ni.
So Team Liquid have to be very
Sakit
careful
tu.
about
Benjol
this.
kepala
Sancho
aku. Whoop!
bursts down.
JP.
might actually finish off the kill. There's the counter
Hidup.
predators by coming in
Hidup.
from Sanji. Tlph.
Construction tak kena.
He doesn't
Tlph
land the fast
hampir
execution
tumbangkan.
onto the battle because he still had the BMI.
Oh, Tlph down.
Keyboy still
Daripada Keyboy. Wah, macam Keyboy pula main slot.
Down as he brings him back on the turret. Keyboy!
Keyboy masuk lagi double kill dapat dengan oleh
Still
Keyboy.
getting the kill! And now Tlph, it's Kyrie who tanks the turret to ensure Tlph gets away. Keyboy for Carl
Sanford,
and JP.
habis.
Sanford walks up, Breath of the Ocean landing, now with a backup too. Blazing Duet from Savero.
Blazing Duet.
Oheb
down.
able to make it out
Oh.
alive. San duo, they have to walk away. And as you've seen it, that Arlot, that was I don't know if it was just a raw Marlot anymore.
Gila-gila Onic guys
It literally had decent amount
Dah
of
last kat
damage
keyboard ni,
too.
wah.
It was
Telah mula kali Onic.
the one able to get that last hit onto Carl TZ. He dived in, took that risk, forced the fight even under the pressure for Team Liquid, but yet again,
Oh, JP down.
He could barely move. He can't do anything with all these final slashes and Breaths of the Ocean.
Kyrie wants to go for more. For the airstrike coming down as Keyboy goes for the side, able to go for the stun now. Constantly putting it down. Another vengeance on Carl. He jumps in.
Oh, Carl TZ tak dapat pergi lot.
Almost. Maybe get to the kill.
What the hell, man? Oh, yang dapat lot tu.
Of fresh hair.
What in the world?
I apologize. That was a surprise. Steal. Too much of a surprise from Oheb. I can't even recall if there was anyone who could have gave out the information to him.
Gila.
But it was such a well-timed spear of destruction, allowing Team Liquid to still stay in the game, although they somehow still are, no matter what you say, but it clearly has been under control for Onic ID. Now they will attempt
MVP
to take
bodoh
this
turik lot tu
mid-lane turret.
bukan selalu
But there are
jadi tu.
too much members from Onic ID trying to keep it together. And
Retri
all the while
El
this was
Kumar ke,
happening,
guys?
Mirko, I did not notice how well managed the bottom lane was for Team Liquid. So that was probably also something Oheb was able to do, and now he's working on the other side of the map as well.
3-item power spike, 10 minutes and
Dia berhentikan momentum
47
Onic ni.
seconds to claim it. And this is looking good for Oheb. Looking good for Team Liquid too. They've bought a bit more time. Remember, Onic ID, they're kind of fighting against the clock here. The composition should get outscaled. Should. I'm not sure. We'll see, because it should, right? The Farsa should have a better late game than the Kadita. Everyone, except for maybe the Claude, right? So it's a battle of prolonging the game, and Oheb literally got them a get-out-of-jail-free card with that steal.
Yeah, and Team Liquid at this point have also probably realized that they should be picking where the fights take place.
Tavero dah ada won.
Very narrow spots.
Kyrie dah
It's
ada
clearly
Guardian helmet.
Onic ID who gets the advantage, and I think we talked about this earlier too. So now that they have a bit more room to move around the map to decide on where they will be choosing to engage Onic ID, then they can potentially be the ones to position themselves first and not get taken by surprise as much by Sans. Still is a major threat to Team Liquid. We can't deny the fact that he is, but I think that's another thing too. Like, they have to be careful on who they're letting or who they're assigning to check the brushes, the members of Onic ID, because even JP can get bursted down, and we've seen it happen a lot of times in this game. So that's something Team Liquid definitely has to consider in the upcoming seconds or minutes of this game. But so far it seems like all they want is just to manage the map and the macro before the next fight breaks out.
Yeah, because they know Oheb.
Oh.
Spot in the bush.
Tahu ke?
Baited out, and Oheb sent back to the base.
Dia tak nak
they know
bagi
that
split tu.
Oheb is the guy that can
Memang
make
crew
things
ni,
happen
guys.
right now. Clearing out the
Crew
side
semua main
lanes,
ni.
appearing in fights, stealing lords. Mans can do everything. And that's why Tlph are going to have to bank on him, at least for now, to continuously hold that way for them. Because if not, then Onic get a free forced error.
Yeah. And now it's Onic slowly approaching the Lord. Might be the first ones to actually position and set up for this take. They know that Oheb has just cleared the lane up
dimulakan
top.
Onic.
Keyboy is someone you have to pay attention
nampak agaknya
to, but
Bati
it's
Sunspot ni
not
flicker daripada Sunspot.
actually any other member they try to go for. It's
Dia
Sanford who they try to burst down. Sanford will also get to receive the damage from the Fettered Airstrike. Ludwig trying to zone the other members, but Carl trying to fight Kyrie head on.
Oh, baik tu. Retri Kyrie. Sanji down. Oheb down. Wah, GG.
Severo wipes the back. Carl gets a kill on
Oh, baik.
But it's 4, no 3, 4, 1. Tlph walking up the bush. Carl on the orange buff now as he goes in, secures the orange buff.
Dapat lari ya? Moment ke? Kalau TZ. Moment ke? Sap.
Only one. Carl should be able to escape.
He has all his skills intact for him to make it out alive, but can they still save the game? Final slash picker committed on the Sanford. There's the Breath of the Ocean. Chain CC all over again. It's a battle with the 3 hits. There's still some bit of sustain, but it won't keep him safe.
Sanji kena extract mungkin Katizial
Jumps in with the puncture, saves the day
menghalau.
again. Feathered airstrike coming down to mid lane.
Oi,
Base
Katizi.
turret will fall. That's
Kira
an
disaksikan kena
SOD
Sans.
landing. Oh,
Wallahu kena pula dua. Ya Allah. T-Boy down.
He's the one who gets the shutdown. Oheb didn't get a kill, but TL get 2.
Okay, so after that, Team Liquid have somehow still showed some signs of life. They're definitely fighting for this. They want to go
Aduh,
for the turrets.
aduh.
Two members.
Turn around
They
kah?
see and feel the
Ya
damage coming in from
Allah,
Saki and
tiba-tiba,
Kofi.
guys.
Kofi, and now it's Savero, he's after!
Walau
What are you made of?
Walau aku break jam tu je guys.
Sans, Carl jumps in the base. We saw a comeback in game number
Wah,
1.
GG.
We see the
What the hell man? Congratulations untuk Tlph guys. Bapak ah, snowball jam tu je guys. Mistake.
After time, proving why he's the greatest of all time.
Oh!
And just Titanic matchup
Sama
is
kita saksikan
forced
perlawanan ketiga jap lagi guys. Let's go. Keren.
three.